St. Pete Pipe and Cigars. I'm joined with Ed, of course, owner. And this is a little different. This is going to be a beginner's guide to smoking. And in the
along with
we're
critique and a cigar.
Canamau sent us a couple, well, actually several cigars. I guess it's a new blend.
Yeah.
So we figured we'd throw in a review while going through a beginner's guide to smoking.
Cool.
So you can we can kind of go through the basics of smoking. I mean, a lot of people don't know how to do it. I've seen you train a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I was one of them.
And it makes a lot of difference.
And so that's what this episode's all about.
You want to do a pre-smoke, and then
we can do a pre-smoke inspection.
And it'll be part of the guide
and
to these people.
As far as the construction, this thing's pretty well packed.
Toro.
It's got maybe a couple soft spots, but it's pretty well packed. It's a nice triple cap.
Mine is pretty good.
It's just a pretty cigar. The smell, I don't get any definite odor from it. It just smells nice.
Nice, rich.
And I haven't cut mine yet. As usual, I'm using my Cigars scissors.
And as usually, I use my preferred cut, a V cut.
Ed's already cut his.
Yeah.
Pretty light draw is good.
Yeah.
A little bit of resistance, not much.
Very, very nice draw on mine.
It's very nice.
So, yeah, we just like to show everyone that's new in smoking cigars how to start, how to smoke the cigar.
Yeah, I guess a good place to start would be the cut.
How to cut, use a cut.
There's many different kinds of cuts. We got a V cut, which just cuts literally a V
exactly
in the cigar.
Just a little V in there.
We got a punch cut, and that'll just, well, basically it'll put a punch in the cigar, a perfect circle.
Hole. And the punch is good because sometimes if you don't like to smoke a full body cigar, but you punch that cigar, you will get less volume, less strength of the cigar will come to you. So you will appreciate a punch now and then on a full body smoke.
Yep. And of course there's the old guillotine cut.
And the old guillotine cut, which is always good.
Very popular.
Always makes a nice cut, but sometimes if you're new at it, you tend to overcut the cigar too much, and there's no need for that. So
there's a little trick you can for beginners where you can lay this flat.
Absolutely, and lay your cigar
Put
right
your cigar in it and just cut it. And that'll always give you an idea of the depth. Eventually, you'll just be able to stick your cigar in there and cut it.
But that's a good definition right there.
Nice little trick
with
there.
The guillotine, because you will never overcut it that way.
Nice little trick. That's what I used to do when I started out.
Yeah.
And I think we've gone through all the cuts except for, of course, the trusty Cigars scissors, which I prefer these days.
Yeah.
That and a V cut. I've been doing this and a V cut these days.
I prefer that too.
But
plus, I like a full body smoke, a full amount, so I'll use the V cut. It still constricts it a little bit, you know. But not as much.
Not much, yeah.
There's the punch.
I mean, if you have a 60 ring gauge cigar, probably a V cut isn't for that cigar.
Right, exactly.
But you know, and as far as the cigar we're smoking, new Canamau blend. What's the blend in this thing?
Okay, the blend. It's a new blend. It's got a very nice Sumatra wrapper. It's a little veiny.
Yeah, but it's good looking though.
But it's good looking. It's got a good construction on the cigar. Then we have the Sumatra wrapper as well.
Oh, so it's binder and wrapper.
Binder and wrapper. As far as the filler, is 4 different fillers in this cigar. So I can't wait to smoke it. It's a Dominican Seco and Ligero. And then it's got also the Nicaraguan Viso and Borado, which I have smoked these type of tobaccos before, and they make a great smoke.
It sounds like a good cigar.
Hopefully, hopefully it's a good mixture right there. So
it sounds good to me. We'll find out. And then I guess the next step after you cut it is toasting it.
Hey, let's toast the cigars. Let's get it going.
As usual, I'm using.
When you're toasting a cigar, don't forget, keep the light, the flame away from the cigar. Just a nice little toast where you can get a nice little brick red.
I usually hold it at about a 45-degree angle.
It just helps the cigar to start out right, you know, so you don't have one side burning more than the other and stuff like that. That's basically why I like to toast it.
Yeah, you just don't want the flame to touch the
Now
tobacco.
I got a nice chalk red in here, a nice brick red, I meant. And now I'll finish it.
I'm good to go. I'm using a Zycar double torch.
Oh yeah, I'm using the Blazer single torch. These are the best lighters that you can possibly buy, along with the Zycars. This one here, you can leave it on all day because they made actually for jewelers, where they.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I have a little cup that it sits on. They turn it on, lock it in, and then they can solder gold.
Wow.
But of course, they sell it to the cigar people also, and it's a great one. It can stay on all day, it will never burn your tip. Others, you can't do that. You light your cigar and you best turn it off because it will melt everything in there.
Yep.
After about 3 to 4 minutes.
It'll ruin the lighter.
So, exactly. It'll ruin it.
I might have to get one of these. I don't have one.
So, my first drag on it was pretty good.
Mine's real smooth, and I don't know if I want to say sweet or not, but it's got a nice
Very creamy.
early taste to it.
Oh yeah,
which
nice
is
cream, absolutely creamy right here. No pepper at the moment.
So far, it's delicious.
Ooh.
So if it continues at this rate, it's going to be a good smoke. It's going to turn into
very,
something.
very, very nice. Okay, so what we can do now is we're going to talk a little bit about how to smoke the cigar.
Yeah.
So people understand that you cannot smoke a cigar like you'd smoke a cigarette. Okay, meaning the dragging of it. Inhaling is forbidden. You should never inhale a cigar. You get very little out of it if you do that. But if you take a drag, you want to take a drag through your nose and mouth at the same time, like.
So you're essentially allowing the
Let
smoke.
a little bit of smoke through your nose. This will give you an idea if it's a peppery cigar, meaning it'll burn your nose a lot, or medium, or low. And this gives you an idea if the cigar is peppery right from the beginning. And then you allow your palates to pick up all those notes the cigar will give you. Notes, complexities, tastes, all the same.
So do you actually chew your smoke? I've seen you do like a chewing motion when you take a drag, where you actually.
Yeah, that is, if I eat a good meal or a nice steak, I'm chewing, I'm swallowing it right, and I'm tasting that.
Because you do a similar thing with your smoke,
And I
I've
do a
noticed.
similar thing with the smoke, because when you do a taste through your palates and your tongue and your mouth, it will.
You get maximum.
You get maximum taste out of the cigar.
Because I learned that from you, of course. And I learned another method. A lot of people don't like to exhale through their nose. It's just their sinuses are too sensitive.
Right.
And you can. I saw Brian Hewitt actually do this. But if you
some of the cigar here.
take a drag and fill your mouth up with it, and just swish the smoke in your mouth,
Right.
and kind of get your tongue involved with the smoke,
Right.
and not even exhale through your nose,
Right.
you'll still get a lot of flavor.
You still get flavor.
And that's
yeah,
just for people who
absolutely.
can't. Some people just can't do smoke through the nose.
Right. This
So
one
that's
you
just a little
could,
method.
because this one is so smooth so far. So
Yeah, this goes through the sinuses with maybe a little bit of pepper, but not much.
slight pepper.
Barely.
It's picking up a slight touch.
Yeah, I mean barely.
Still very creamy. And then we'll see what kind of notes we can pick up in here. I'm waiting for Tom.
It's delicious.
I'll let him. It's very good. Yeah.
Yep. So that's the basics on lighting and some initial drags. I mean, you got our thoughts.
One more thing
Yeah.
I'd like to say is, don't take more than 2 drags
Yeah,
per minute.
yeah.
Try to go even a little longer than that. Make your cigar nice. Smoke your cigar nice and cool, and you'll enjoy that cigar a lot better. As soon as you overheat the cigar, you tend to find bitterness into the cigar and other tastes that you may not like. But if you keep it nice and cool,
Yeah, the tobacco can actually turn
right,
to a bad
yeah.
flavor with the overheating.
Yeah, exactly.
So two 2 at the most, 3 drags. I mean, if you're really enjoying a cigar. Sometimes I really start to enjoy a cigar. I'll take 3 puffs a minute, and that's a little fast.
That's too fast. Yeah.
But it, you know, it's
so heat it up a little bit. But so you'll know that there is the right way to smoke that cigar, and the wrong way. The wrong way is don't inhale, and don't just take drags through your mouth alone. You can every now and then, but you will see you pick up more notes smoking a cigar through your mouth and nose at the same time.
Similar to eating food.
Do not inhale, do not swallow your tobacco, there's no need for it.
Yeah, that might make you sick.
Your palates will absolutely tell you if that's a good cigar or not.
Yep. Well, you want to dig into this first third and get back with some other tips? And
what we're going to do is we're going to smoke the first third of this cigar here. So we're going to cut out for a few minutes. We're going to come back with more information and more about the cigar.
Yep. So we'll be seeing you in moments.
We'll see you shortly. Back to our first third. As you can see it, I have a nice ash over here.
Mine had a little ash incident where half of it fell off about almost an inch in.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's holding fine.
And as far as the cigar goes, it's a good cigar for a beginner, in my opinion, because it's very creamy, a little earthy with cocoa, a little chocolatey, and a slight pepper through the nose. In my opinion, it's decent smoke.
I like it. It's
nothing overwhelming as far as complexities. I thought it would be more complex than this.
This is maybe a upper mild to lower medium, right? Bodied smoke.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
yeah, absolutely.
Because I got the similar taste as you, a little different though. Mine is a light earth, and the chocolate for me came and went. So one puff I get a good amount of chocolate, and then it goes away the next puff.
Yeah, I still get it.
With pretty consistent pepper through the nose, a light pepper. It's a pleasant pepper.
Very pleasant chocolate in
here. So it's, oh, there you go.
Did you see that? Just lost it.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Wind picked up a little tiny bit.
Yeah, as far as, the burn line is got a little wavy, but it's perfect in my opinion. It's about as good as you're going to get.
And mine just got a little sideways, and I want to talk about that a little bit, okay? Because it's very important that when you're smoking a cigar and you're indoors with air on, air is blowing into your cigar. You're outdoors with the wind blowing. Another thing, you're smoking under fan conditions. The fan's going to blow one side of the cigar a little more. It's going to burn it a little more than the other. So the easiest thing to do, and you should do it, is take your cigar, get your lighter, the unburned side, and just touch it up a little bit on the outside. You don't want to burn the wrapper there, so you just touch it a touch, and it's and you see it does it really well. So now I help my cigar and it'll smoke evenly again for quite a while, unless you're still under those conditions.
And also, as you're smoking through it, what I do is kind of just every now and then I'll rotate it a half a turn.
Good idea. Very good idea.
Just to expose different sides of it to the wind.
Exactly.
And that'll help you burn a lot.
You have to help your cigar along. It's not the cigar's fault.
Well, sometimes it is.
Very few. And the reason sometimes it is if you got a wrapper that's thicker on one side than the other. So it's thicker in the middle, and as they're wrapping, the other side is a little finer. Okay, that's going to happen. Help it along. It's not a problem at all. Yep. And you'll smoke your cigar a lot better.
And also, we know a guy who it seems like every third or fourth cigar he smokes, the thing explodes on him.
Oh yeah, that's.
We won't mention any names, but,
but
he's a good guy. But I think that's caused from him. he's always gripping the cigar, and he's always just
Don't
gripping
grip
it. And
the cigar hard. Don't do it. If you do it, 99% it's going to explode. Just smoke your cigar nice and light. Grab it nice and light. You can go like that.
Just hold.
Move it around, everything. Just very light.
Yeah.
As soon as you start feeling, you know,
and you're squeezing it, and you're
and you squeeze it a little.
You're abusing it, basically.
You're abusing that cigar,
Yep.
and that cigar is not going to treat you good.
It literally
Guaranteed.
explodes.
So.
I mean, literally, I've seen it. Just
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it happened to me in the very beginning of my smoking days.
It's neat to see, though. It's funny to watch.
I felt good squeezing the cigar, but you know what? Don't do it. You won't appreciate. You will. A $10 cigar, you know, you're gonna blow it for nothing. So don't do it.
And back to the cigar. See, like this last puff, a lot of chocolate.
You got some? Yeah.
But the puff before that, not a lot of chocolate and mostly
It's a
earthy.
mixture.
So
It's a nice mixture. Let's put it that way.
it's keeping my attention. It's a simple smoke,
pleasant.
but it keeps my attention.
And it's a very pleasant smoke.
Yeah. I mean, I really
nothing extraordinary.
No.
That's for sure. But nevertheless, if you like, if you're a beginner, good smoke for a beginner. If you like earthy tones, cocoa tones, and a little bit of pepper, it's okay. I recommend it, no problem. So.
Yeah, I can't think of anything bad to say about it.
No, nothing.
And if you guys are hearing a lot of weird background noises and whatnot, as you can see, we're sitting outside today.
Yeah, it's beautiful out here. We got a little breeze in this breezeway here.
A lot of activity around us. People are looking at us.
Pretty pleasant.
People are walking past us, kids.
Yeah, they think we are.
Right, so if you hear or see things, don't worry about it.
Exactly.
And other than that, that's the first third. And so far, so good.
So far, so good. Anything else we can say for our beginners?
No, I mean, we covered...
I think we cover pretty much everything.
Covered lighting and just the basics.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll think of something.
The rest is actually up to you. Smoking the correct way. I never take more than 2 puffs per minute. As you can see here, I don't. Tom might go 3 if he likes the cigar.
Yeah, if it's really tasty, I'll start getting into it. But
right.
Probably the hardest part is if you're trying to really learn how to taste a cigar.
Yeah.
Because I'm still learning, and I've been smoking a couple of years.
Yeah, you've been doing good. Yeah, you have good.
So try different methods of tasting, basically.
Yeah. You're picking up a lot of notes, which
a little bit.
You didn't before.
No, I never paid attention. It was cigar was a social thing.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a different thing if you smoke it correctly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No question.
It's like eating a meal and paying attention to it.
It's like having a steak.
Yep.
And chewing that steak, get those tastes. You know, believe it or not, there are some cigars that if you are lucky in your lifetime, you catch one that you'll get 4, 5, maybe 6 draws that will taste just like burned steak.
Which I've never had.
And I never had it either. I have a brother in the cigar business, smokes many cigars per day, and he caught one. And there was a Padron cigar. I want to say the 6000, the Torpedo. Another colleague of his also called him up one day. He said, "Man, I can't believe it. I did catch some Chaco burned steak." And that's lucky.
That's cool, yeah.
And it was a Padron cigar.
Right. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And I think what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and dig into the next third of our cigar. And,
phone's ringing.
Time to do it. Phone is ringing, huh?
Business calls.
See you very shortly.
See you in a minute. We just finished up our second third, and as you can see, the burn line is pretty nice. The wind picked up a little, and I had to correct once or twice, but I'm not complaining.
You got your band in there very close to the burn. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, I'm hoping that hoping it loosens the glue up because there's a lot of glue on this thing.
Yeah. And it's always nice to leave the band on it.
You can see how close I'm
close to the burn. Reason is sometimes if you take that out too early, it may unravel. Okay, we're taking a break.
Okay.
All
right. Ed took care of a customer, but about the band. One thing that annoys me about some cigars is they put too much glue on the band, and this is one of those cigars. I damaged my wrapper, taking the band off.
Yeah, if they put too much glue on the band, it messes it up. As you can see, mine also. My band was pretty tight there, and now I have a little bit of damage there.
Yeah.
That causes an explosion.
It could, yeah. So I'm hoping my damage is minimal, but
mine is pretty big, pretty good. So.
It's enough to annoy me.
Exactly.
So that's so far that's my only complaint about the Canamau.
Yeah.
It's too much glue, but the flavor is the earth went away on mine.
Yeah, the earthness went away a little bit, and now we have an excellent amount of cocoa.
A lot of cocoa.
And the pepper increased a little bit. Very, very nice.
And very simple.
Yeah, it's pretty nice pepper, like a white pepper. Maybe a touch of cayenne if you know what that tastes like.
Right. But it's pleasant though. I mean, it's like the other Canamau. It's still a nice smoke. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's very pleasant.
Flavor-wise.
I recommend it any time for a beginner.
The burn has been good, except for the couple of corrections, but the wind picked up, so I can't.
A little bit, yeah.
Probably can't blame.
Not much. It was very good burn.
Yeah,
burned very nice.
So other than the glue thing, on the band, I'm not really thinking of any complaints I can think of because it's.
Yeah, just make sure you smoke your cigar, leave the band on, because if you take it out too early, also it could unravel. Remember, the glue is vegetable glue, very light, and just by holding the cigar sometimes you could unravel the cigar. So leave it on. It's a good basic to know that you don't want to take your band out immediately out of the cigar.
I leave mine on to the last minute, mainly because if there is a problem with too much glue, at least I went through most of the cigar without a problem.
It won't unravel the cigar.
Right.
Otherwise, it would unravel and damage it even.
I'm hoping I can just smoke through this and everything will be fine.
Yeah, we will.
And that's really a summary of the second third of this thing.
Yeah, it turned out better, the cigar. Definitely would recommend it. And
it seems somewhat similar to our other Canamau review now. I don't know if you remember the other Canamau.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
I don't think it had a lot of earth to it, whereas this one does have slight earth. Not anymore, but I mean, initially
very pleasant.
Yeah, it's...
sometimes you can smoke a earthy cigar that really sucks,
Yep.
But a lot of earth tones are very nice, very pleasant.
Yep.
So...
I'm liking it.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
We can talk a little bit about some of the lighters that you can use to light up your cigar.
I prefer a butane torch, and I use this Zycar.
Zycar with the double flame.
Torch. And that's just a double flame. That's a basic lighter. But there's all kinds of stuff. Ed has this neat. What is this?
It's a Blazer.
You already talked about. Did you already talk about this?
No.
It's a jeweler torch.
Yeah, we mentioned it a little bit at the
right.
beginning.
That's what I meant.
It's a single torch.
All right.
This will go on this lighter. The butane inside of this lighter will go on forever.
Yeah, I can't remember if you mentioned it in the video or not.
We didn't mention that one. So now with a triple flame.
That's just a typical triple flame.
You'll go through that in about a few minutes with a cigar. You can go over maybe if you're smoking a Churchill cigar.
It'll light them quick.
If the cigar is a little wet and you got to light it a few times, it goes pretty fast. It should never have a wet cigar, but it happens. It happens. Fresh cigars, for instance.
Basically, we just have a variety of butane lighters. This, of course, is a Zippo. Whoops,
Zippo blue, the Zippo blue.
But
another one.
I guess you can use cedar matches as long as you let the sulfur burn off.
As a matter of fact.
Or you can use pieces of cedar.
Up for me, Tom.
You could use pieces of cedar as well.
Cedar, you can use it. Lights up real quick. Okay.
You can literally.
Puts a nice taste into the cigar also. Best way to light up a cigar.
I'm touching up my cigar here.
My phone is ringing, don't worry, I'm not answering.
I'm having a little burn problem here.
Very tasty in here, very, very tasty. So, nothing bad about the cigar, nothing.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it very much. I love my full body cigars with lots of complexities. Some cigars, you'll have changes every half inch of the cigar. That's awesome if you find cigars like that. We do have them too.
This isn't one of those.
But this is one that was consistent with the same tone.
Subtle changes.
Started out light, earth, light, chocolate, slight pepper, and then it kept changing each third. So the complexities are not much of it, but.
Oh, and here's a cool lighter.
Yeah. It's a torch.
It's too windy for the soft flame, but if you turn this knob, you can't even see the torch, but it's a single flame torch.
Right.
Turn the knob again,
and that's
it's a windproof heat plate, basically.
Right. Yeah.
But turn it again, it becomes a soft flame. But I don't think the wind's going to allow it. But
yeah, you got it.
That's a little thing we talked about on Your Questions, My Answers that I was debating on buying. So I bought it. And somebody wants to get a hold of you real bad.
Yeah. Well, what do you think? I think we should wrap it up anyways. I think
we'll dig into the last third, and we'll be back for a quick summary.
A wrap up.
See you in a minute. Up our last third, or we're finishing up. I got a little further along yet, had a few interruptions, but I've had to relight a couple times, but I got past the wrapper flaw that when I damaged the wrapper, taking the band off.
Yeah, mine is still here because...
Yours is kind of starting to explode a little.
Right, exactly. My fault.
Well,
And the fault of...
excessive glue on the band.
Right.
I hate that.
Exactly.
That's my only complaint.
Well, I will complain to him,
yeah,
to the owner of the company, because he's got to change that a little bit.
It's pretty common though, and that's what makes me mad.
And a lot of cigars, but you notice on the very good cigars, expensive cigars, that's not that common.
Yeah, that's true. You know? But this is, I mean, I consider this a premium cigar.
Yeah.
It's not a $20 cigar, but no, it's, I mean, if...
good $6 stick.
Yeah, so, but whatever. As far as taste, it's pretty much stayed the same to me.
Yeah, it continued to stay with the nice earthy tones, with the right behind it with a nice complemented chocolate. You know, very nice. No complaints here.
I got a little spice.
And the spice increased also.
With pepper and tingling on the lips as well.
Like a little, if you put a little cayenne pepper on your lips, like that, mild but tingling. Yeah.
Pleasant, yeah.
Very pleasant.
The burn, I think I mentioned, has been perfect. I did retouch maybe once.
Yeah.
I had to relight once because
I did it also.
I sat mine down too long and it went out.
Exactly. You sit it down, sometimes it will go out.
But other than that,
good cigars will stay lit for at least 5 minutes.
And this thing has been getting pretty small, so I speared it.
Yeah, also for you beginners, if you like the cigar and you can stand the cigar all the way like this one is, very pleasant, then you can use a spear and you don't burn your fingers. So I use that. I recommend that.
You can use a toothpick. I use the tool on my Cigars scissors. You can use, you know, a piece of bent wire. You can do whatever you want. Even a paper clip that's bent will work. If you're enjoying it, you might as well smoke it till you can't hold it.
Very nice. And that's why I'm always tasting it with my lips, my tongue, and let my pellets pick up some of those nice tones.
And
very nice.
This progressed well into the medium range.
Yeah, just about medium. Yeah, no more than medium. Yeah.
I mean, it's exactly. Yeah. And it's been. I'm enjoying it. I've enjoyed it.
It's an enjoyable cigar.
It's not complex, but it's enough to make you want to continue to smoke it.
Yeah, exactly. And in milder cigars, you're not going to find many complexities. I do have about 2 or 3 cigars in my shop that are very mild, but excellent.
Full of flavor.
Excellent flavor.
I can't remember the name, but...
Well, for a lot of younger, Cuban Great for one.
Yep.
You know, the Buddha by Victor St. Clair, very mild, but nice tones in there. So, yeah, you'll find them out there. And they're not that pricey either. About the $7, $8, $9 range cigar.
Right.
Rocky Patel for one, the Connecticut, very nice.
Yep, nice morning smoke. And I'm
guys,
liking it.
You've got a nice lesson, I think. I hope you enjoy it and you learn something from it if you are a beginner. And I don't have much more to say.
One thing that's important to me is what you drink with a cigar. Some people like particular beers or ales or scotches or wines.
Exactly.
It's different taste.
And it's all good, but it cleans up your palates.
Personally, I stick to water.
I stick to water.
I don't drink beer or anything, but I hear it's good with...
But I will drink a beer now and then also, and it's great with a cigar.
Some people like sodas with it. I don't, but some people like a Coca-Cola or whatever.
Some people like a liqueur, which is fine.
Right. Now, if I smoke a cigar that's exceptionally strong and I got a pretty big nicotine buzz,
right, where
I'm not feeling so good, if you drink a nice sugary Coca-Cola,
there you go.
It'll bring you right back down to earth.
Yeah.
I mean, because literally you can get... I've gotten really...
You can get a nice buzz, off a cigar. I got a couple of cigars in here. You will definitely
It can get pretty... Yeah, and it's not pleasant. I mean,
and even if you're a full-body smoker, it'll still give you that buzz.
Yep. So you drink a nice sugary drink, a lot of times that'll bring you down. I think it screws with your...
I like a nice cup of tea, cold, with honey.
Tea will work too.
Yeah.
That'll work too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, it's experiment with your drinks in cigars, because some pair up better than others.
Very nice. Earth complemented with a little cocoa right behind it. Very, very nice. Not a bad cigar at all.
Yep. I'm not picking up a lot of earth, but...
Yeah, I am. I'm still picking it up.
I don't know if I'm just missing it or what, but...
well,
you know, I could...
Depends on your taste buds.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not...
I taste everything pretty much.
Not me.
I pick up a lot of tones in the cigar, so... Yeah. But I think we...
So I give it a thumbs up on this cigar. No, are you acknowledging the picture now?
Oh, look at this. We give it a thumbs up.
Give it oh, there it goes. All right. on our ball face scale, it's a thumbs up.
Exactly.
And thanks for making an appearance again, Brian.
That's one of our colleagues, by the way.
Yeah. Everybody knows this guy.
Yeah. What is he, in Georgia?
Yeah. Yep.
StogieReview.com.
So thanks for watching our review, and if
check it out, you'll enjoy it very much.
If you have any criticisms or comments, feel free to leave them.
This is brought to you by StogieReview.com.
Yep, and St. Pete Pipe
Very
Cigars.
Nice people, and St. Pete Pipe and Cigars, of course.
And you should be seeing us pretty soon for another review.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think we're out of here, guys.
It's a wrap. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it.
See you later.